What is up, guys? Welcome back to predictions. This week, we're predicting week 9. Now, I'm doing it a little different this time simply because I'm going to be doing the games, the odds in the games, and how much I think the winning team will win by. Now, as per usual, I'm not doing the Thursday game because I upload these on Saturday. So the Falcons game, obviously, I'm not going to predict. But with that being said, week 9 predictions, here we go. First, we have the Steelers versus the Ravens. I'm paying close attention to this game because the Ravens' offensive line is Ronnie Stanley's going to be back. We're going to have a fully fledged front line for Joe Flacco and Terrence West to get to work with. So, that being said, I think that Terrence West can run over the Steelers' defense with the proper line formation with Stanley and Yonda being the definite standouts. And they're probably going to switch lineups probably every so often, just because some of those guys really need some major rest after what they've been having to go through for the past few weeks here. So, I predict, and I know I've predicted it wrong for the past 4 weeks with the Ravens, but I'm going to predict. Oh, also, the odds are completely even for this game. You can see why. Odds are even. I predict Baltimore goes over a 3-point victory, which is a Ravens-Steelers usual. I predict the Ravens by 3. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Cleveland Browns. Not much to say here. Dallas has a 7-point odds advantage. I predict they win by 10 or more. That's just me, I think. Dak Prescott's still going to start, as far as I know. Tony Romo isn't cleared. Well, he's cleared, but he's practiced some, but not enough to play, I don't think. And Cody Kessler is going to be back in there as the Browns quarterback this week against Cowboys. I predict, like I said, Cowboys win by 10 or more. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Interesting game here. Alex Smith isn't playing this week. So because of that, I think it'll be the Jags winning here. The Kansas City is a 7.5-point favorite. I predict that the Jags beat them by a touchdown, we'll say. So Jags get the win. Next, we have the Dolphins versus the Jets. Miami is a 3.5-point favorite. I predict Miami to win by a touchdown. Okay, we have next Philadelphia versus the New York Giants. Giants are 2.5-point favorites. I predict Philadelphia wins by 3, probably by field goal. Wouldn't surprise me if it went into overtime, since it seems that a lot of these NFC or the NFC East games go. They usually go into overtime, because it did with the Cowboys and the Eagles last week. So Philadelphia wins. Next, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are 6-point favorites. And although that, I think Detroit's really been impressive. Matthew Stafford has really been. Him and Matt Ryan really have really impressed me this year. So I think Detroit wins by 3. Again, possibly in overtime. All right, next we have the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Carolina is 3-point favorites. I predict that Carolina gets the win by 10 or more. It wouldn't be surprising. The Rams really, they play well against the Seahawks, but they always do. But that's what I think about that. So Carolina wins. Next we have the New Orleans Saints versus the San Francisco 49ers. The Saints are 4.5-point favorites. I predict the Saints win by 10 or more. They're in line in these games. The 49ers just don't have enough. They have a decent defense, but they're not going to succeed against Drew Brees, and their offense can't thrive. Although the Saints have a less than stellar defense, as usual. So I think the Saints win that game. Next we have the Tennessee Titans versus San Diego Chargers. The Chargers are 5-point favorites. I predict the Chargers win by at least a touchdown. Simply because I like what Marcus Mariota is doing in Tennessee. They've got Mariota, Delaney Walker, DeMarco Murray, and I think that's really good. That's a really good team they have on offense. But at the same time, San Diego has been on fire in these past couple weeks. I predict them to win by at least a touchdown. Now these next two games are really interesting. First, you have Denver versus Oakland. Oakland is actually a 1-point favorite, but I predict. I think Oakland probably wins because Derek Carr. Trevor Siemian has been doing well, but with C.J. Anderson out for the year, I don't know that they can compete with Oakland with Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Latavius Murray. But then obviously that defense is really good this year. It's looking really good. This next game now, Buffalo Bills versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are 7-point favorites. I'm going to turn around, and I think Buffalo wins by 7. Because Seattle has not looked nearly as dominant as they have in the past 3 or 4 years. So, Buffalo wins by 7, by my estimation. All right. Locks of the week. I have 2 locks of the week this week because I couldn't decide. The Saints over the 49ers are a lock for me, and Dallas over Cleveland's a lock for me. So those were Week 9 predictions. Let me know if you think differently about a game. If I missed anything. I don't think I did. Let me check. Nope, I don't think I missed anything. So those are the predictions. Like I said, Sunday should be an interesting week of football. We've obviously got the Pittsburgh and Baltimore game. Should be good. Philadelphia and New York is always good. The NFC East is always good, though. Detroit, Minnesota should be good. Denver and Oakland, and Buffalo and Seattle. We have a lot of good games this week. But those are the predictions. Again, the Monday discussion. On Monday, let's see. The Monday discussion is going to be on Richard Sherman's comments on why the NFL is losing ratings. So we're going to take a look at that article on Monday. I might record it today, but I'll get it on Monday. And then the recap on Tuesday. I've been lackluster with the recaps recently. Um, I've been pretty busy having to do some stuff, but I'll definitely try to get the recaps. Um, oh, it's done. Okay, but we'll try to get the recap. I'll definitely try to get the recaps in. And once I get a game console of some kind, then I'll work on that and do games also. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Turn in for the Monday discussion and the recap on Monday and Tuesday. That being said, this has been your weekly casted trip, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.